Hello, I'm Josh and I'm an artist, a maker and general creative based in southeast London. During this strange time of lockdown, we've been restricted from seeing our friends and family, and that inspired me to think of fun and creative ways to reach out to people in this time and create little postable creations that can make people's day and send them in the post. So today we're going to be making some collages that we can send to friends and family, and the collages are going to be using all sorts of different scrap material that you have to hand, but they're going to be inspired by pop artists, particularly British pop artists such as Sir Peter Blake and Richard Hamilton. So, what is pop art? Pop art is an art movement that emerged in London and New York City in the mid to late 1950s. In a way, pop art was a reaction to the seriousness of abstract expressionism. Pop art is meant to be fun, bright, and sometimes ironic or attention-getting. This form of art uses images and icons that are commonplace or popular in the modern world, hence the name pop art. Well-known celebrities like movie stars and rock stars, commercial items like soup cans or Coke bottles, or comic books, or any other items that are popular in the commercial world made their way into the pop artist's work. The most famous pop artist has to be Andy Warhol, who is famed, amongst other things, for producing iconic images of celebrities, including Marilyn Monroe. British pop artists such as Richard Hamilton and Sir Peter Blake would often use collage, cut up catalogues and magazines to comment on the commercial items of the time. Funnily enough, this image is also an image by a pop artist produced by Sir Peter Blake, who is now 88 years old, and he produced this image for hospitals across the country during the pandemic to keep people happy and positive. Okay, so what do we need to make our personalised, postable, pop art inspired postcards? Well, firstly, you need some card. I just happen to have some kind of nice lime green and some yellow to hand. That will be the backing of our collages. Secondly, you need some scrap magazines. I've got a Screwfix catalogue. Argos catalogue is probably better, or any kind of old magazines that you've got lying around that you're allowed to cut up. This isn't about spending lots of money on magazines, this is about trying to use things that we're about to throw away. What's also interesting is that I've got a Screwfix catalogue, so I've got the challenge now of using whatever it is that's in here, so a lawnmower. Thirdly, glue. So you can use Pritt Stick. I find Pritt Stick can be a bit aggressive and actually can tear what you're trying to glue down. PVA glue is a little bit safer, and if you're going to use PVA glue, I would pop it in a plastic cup with a paintbrush and paint it evenly on the back. If you really don't want to use glue, you can use the sellotape that we used from the scratch card session, and that will do just fine. You can even kind of laminate over the top. And finally, a pair of scissors to cut out whatever you want from your magazines. But please do ask for help from an adult if you don't feel comfortable. So the first step is to take our card. So you can quite simply cut your card into a nice sort of large postcard shape, easy simple rectangle that will do just fine, will look great. Or you could be a bit more adventurous, you could get the scissors out, you could cut a diamond shape or a love heart, maybe even I don't know, a circle or a snake, some kind of animal could be quite interesting, or I've started cutting out a cloud. Once you have your card cut to whatever shape that you want to use. Next step really is to find what is called a base image. So do you remember when we looked back at some of the pop artists? Well, Richard Hamilton was a great example of a collage pop artist, and he would often take an image of a living room scene, for example, and that would be the base, and then all of the other pieces of collage that he cut out would interact with that living room setting. So, I've got a timeout to hand. I can flick through this. I don't know if I'll find it now, but yes, so there was a lovely image of some cows. So what I could do here is cut out the cows, glue that onto the back, and then all the other objects can interact with this lovely landscape scene with the cows. Once you have your cow image, or whatever image you would like, your base, you can glue it on to the backing card, and then start to find other elements to interact with it. Once you have your base image, you can attach it onto your backing card, and you can use what we spoke about with the PPA glue, or the Pritt stick, or sellotape, and you can just put a blob of it on the back and glue it down. Once you have your image firmly attached to the backing card, what we can do then is flick through whatever else we have to hand and find kind of funny, playful things to interact with the scene that you have. So the first image that I found was this lovely lady from a denim advert who was sitting on a little car. She's a little bit big, but I thought it'd be quite funny if she was sat on top of the little cow. You don't have to worry too much if, so here, for example, she just pokes up the top of the image. Not to worry, it's absolutely fine. You can always add a bit more yellow card or backing card if you need to. And here's my final design. So as you can see, there's all sorts of different pieces. It's kind of quite funny, it's playful. You can also notice with the lawnmower here, if it's particularly difficult to cut sections because they're really small lines, what you can do is just cut the bulk of it and then draw with a pen the extra little bits on top. And there you have it. Keep collaging to your heart's content. The more things you add, the crazier it is, the better, really. So the weirder, the wackier, find all sorts of things from many, many different magazines, and you'll make funny creations that you can send to friends and family, to your loved ones, and make them